Hello and welcome to Channel Sports on Sunday. It is a happy new year. Yes, I'm Ken Ochonogo, and the team, the crew is in the house. 15 minutes we're starting. Of course, those of you are used to us starting by at 12:15, but for now, we'll be starting at 12:30 until we come back. We'll be back. So it means that when we come to you, or even we're on this set, everything has to be crispy. You know, when you want to make your contribution to the show, it has to be just, we don't want to take more than 45 seconds. So put your thoughts together and reel it and bring it out. It is the countdown, the major countdown. Now, like Ernest Okonkwo used to say, you can count them on your fingers because we have just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days to Afcon 2023. Forget that we're in 2024. It is Afcon 2023. Don't miss it. It is the odd year. We fought for it and we got it. So we'll revert to the odd year after this. 2025, we shall be in Morocco. Forget that. 7 days to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's Australian Open. But the other one, I can't count them on my fingers, is 201. 201 days to July the 26th. That is when the Paris Olympic kicks off. So we'll be there. We are already here. We are already, we are in Côte d'Ivoire. No, we are not in Australia. We are in Australia. But we'll be at the Olympics. We've got those who have qualified and more will qualify. And then, because this show is going to be hot from now on, no much time for introduction, no more time for anything. We'll just take you through the major things, and then the guys in the house will now push you and get those analysis done. We told you about the countdown, and like we say, it is football. But then there is also other stories, you know, going on as we are here. The guy was in the UFC. His story is, I think it's a saga. But someday we shall talk about his story of how he left Cameroon, how he spent days, almost years on the road, almost died, how he got to Europe and became, you know, a UFC fighter, and then said, I told Dana, you can keep your 2 pence. I'm going for the dollars, I'm going for the pounds. And right now he took on Fury, and we know what it was. Right now he is taking. Even March 8 or 9, the day will be confirmed, but then it will be Ngannou. Yes, Ngannou, the Cameroonian, he will be taking on Anthony Joshua. But people are having both ways. Why not go and fight another person before you meet? But it is mega box strike, while the iron is still very hot. My guys are in the house, so just like I said, let us start from Jimmy. Jimmy, welcome to the show. Happy New Year. Happy 2024.
Happy 2024. We expect great things to happen in 2024, sports-wise, and also in all our endeavors.
Catalan.
That face you make when you know Super Eagles will win the Afcon.
Wow.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
The creamiest one. Let's do it again.
That is not good. Happy New Year to everyone, and of course, it's great to be here once again.
It's great to be here once again. So we're starting with Afcon because that is where we know we really have to go. Jimmy, let's do it again. 6 days to go. By this time on Sunday, that is 6 days ago. By this time on Sunday, Nigeria will be taking, you know, our first opponent. But then, Jimmy, before I tell you this, there are 3 Guineas in Africa. There are 3 Guineas in Africa.
Guinea?
We have Guinea, yes. We have the original Guinea. We have the Guinea on of the 3 Guineas, we have Guinea. You understand? We have Guinea-Bissau. Yeah. And then we have the one on the Equatorial Guinea. Yeah. Now, Equatorial Guinea and Guinea-Bissau are in Group A with Nigeria. But right there in Abu Dhabi, we are playing the other Guinea. So in the next 3 weeks or so, we would have played all the Guineas on the continent.
You know, what strikes me the most is the fact that we are not so confident at this point in time playing against our opponents going to a Nations Cup.
Why?
The loss of confidence stems from the lack of creativity in our midfield and also the goalkeeping crisis we've had and we still do have seemingly. So I think that, yeah, talking about the Guineas that we have to, it's a good one having to play against the silly national of Guinea and also strutting our stuff against Equatorial Guinea and also Guinea-Bissau. Equatorial Guinea ranked 88, Guinea-Bissau ranked 103rd. But right now, all the rankings will be thrown into the dustbin because I don't think Nigerians really want to wax lyrical about our rankings. We are 42nd at this point in time, the 6th highest in terms of everyone.
Take our first game. How do you see it?
I think we have too much of pessimism running through, and it's understandable. I feel that we also do well when we have this kind of pessimism, when we always
write ourselves off.
The boys have a way of, there's that Niger can do spirit that always stems through them. So when Till does say, oh, we can do it and all that, I absolutely don't doubt him. I don't doubt the players because we have got the quality. Also, I feel that the fact that we are playing on the West African continent is going to count a lot for us.
All right, it's going to count a lot for us. But then I'm going to Jimmy now, and I'm going to the Catalan, to ask him the next question, because after the first Guinea, somewhere between the two Guineas, we are playing Côte d'Ivoire. Yeah. Now, a little background, because we all have to just get these things straight. When we won the Afcon the first time in 1980. We played the Ivorians.
That look on Tio's face, like,
and it was
why do you have
We played the Ivorians in 1980, and the group changed, and it was 0-0.
Yeah,
there was no victor, no vanquished. You understand? When we won the Afcon in 1994, we played the Ivorians in that scintillating 2-2. You understand?
Yeah, okay.
You understand? Yeah, for God, before we went on penalties and went through.
Yeah.
When we won the Afcon in 2013, we played the Ivorians in the quarterfinals. You understand? When they say, look, they pack your load and go. Then the boys said, no, we defied the Yaya Toures, the Kolo Toures, all of them, the DJ Drogba, and when we went on to beat them. Now we have the Ivorians again.
Right there, group stage.
Catalan.
The first time we played them, you know my story. Second time, I was a baby, but you should have not done. I watched it.
Yes.
I saw the team we came up against, and they were stacked. Everybody knows that at that point, I think the Ivorians had some of the biggest players playing in Europe at the time, and we were literally underdogs. But we went into that game, and we ended up emerging victors. Now, playing against them again this time, in their home, on their home turf, in front of their fans. I think Jimmy has said it. Whenever we go into games, maybe seemingly as the least favorite or with the amount of pessimism we've had surrounding our team, because look at the last couple of games Super Eagles have played, we've flattered to deceive so far. I think we tend to do well, and literally the fact that everybody's expecting them to, okay, fine, let's just go and see what kind of tournaments we'll go on to have. We might just go on there and shock everybody. I am hoping for the best. I will remain optimistic. I know that Super Eagles will not kill me.
Are we doing it again? Because we are playing the Ivorians again.
Yes. I think history's on our side. We can go and do it.
Anytime, there are tests you look at. The same thing, when we play Togo, on friendly go international tournament, we win it.
You remember 96?
We went
3-1.
Right at home. People don't even understand
exactly
that our very first World Cup, that was in 1985, the Kodak 85. When the team and the rest of them was Sebastian Broder who come to that took them to China. The only friendly we played in Lagos was against the Togolese. We played the Togolese, we went there and we won it. Can we arrange a friendly with Togo again? Before going
you mentioned you just have 6 days to go, so it's obviously too late for that. But I think, I mean, when you guys keep talking about 2013, we had players who were very hungry, and we have a coach, a home coach who's won the Nations Cup, who understands what it means to play for a country. We had him, at the helms of affair at that time. We didn't have superstars in the team. We didn't have, but right now we have so many superstars. When I mean superstars, just go to, let's start off with Victor Boniface, for instance. He plays for Bayer Leverkusen, and they're top in Bundesliga. Of course, Victor Osimhen. Then, of course, you have Wilfred is injured now. Kelechi Iheanacho. Then you have Chukwueze. Name it, Moses Simon. We have so many stars in this squad. And the players we played against in Côte d'Ivoire at that time also had superstars. So when you're playing against a team that you don't even know who to hold on to, it's hard. I was listening to Ime Udoka, coach of Houston Rockets. He was trying to tell the press how his team were able to beat Giannis Antetokounmpo, had 48 points in a game. And of course, you know how Milwaukee Bucks, how good they are. He says something about he had a strategy. Allow the big boy to run riot, then hold on to the other people. Free free Giannis, let him do whatever he wants to do. But then you know that with the other guys,
those who supply him,
you prevent them, and at the end of the day, they were able to win. So what am I trying to say? We know we have superstars, and these Guineans understand the players they can hold on to that won't score the goal. I mean, hold on to Kelechi, not Kelechi Iheanacho, hold on to Victor Osimhen and Victor Boniface. These are our goal scorers, right? Okay, allow them to run, right? Don't hold on to them, allow them to run free. But what happens to Chukwueze, the Moses Simons, the suppliers, and of course the midfield right now, there's no Ndidi. I don't even know who's going to play that wing. Right, fine, we brought, the guy from Belgium, Yusuf. Yeah. I don't know how good his games are. But then at the end of the day, even if it's very good, but he's just coming into the team, what happens to the blend, the synergy? Yeah. That's my worry, and that's my fear.
See, the truth is, whatever we are facing is also what most of other teams are facing. You understand?
You think so? Because if you check that 2013, the Ivorian squad that we talked about, you had Didier Drogba, right? You have Koulibaly.
We had Mikel, we have Yobo, we have Ahmed Musa, we have also stars. We have stars.
We cannot compare Mikel Obi to Didier Drogba. No, you compare Ahmed Musa to Yaya Toure. That's the point. The class was like this. The gulf was massive. It was big.
See, what I'm trying to tell you is this: we've seen teams go there, like you write off Nigeria, you write off Zambia, you write off a lot of things, and they go.
I think it's only Nigerians that are writing off Super Eagles. Yeah, only Nigerians, not the rest of the world. If you listen to most of the stars, even Didier Drogba mentioned Nigeria. I mean, he talked about the kind of stars that we have. So Nigeria is actually one of the favorites. Nigeria is one of the favorites. That's the thing. So no team is right apart from Nigerians itself.
It's based on paper.
It's based on paper.
When you get exactly,
it's a new ball game entirely. And that's why at times, we've criticized Pesero for lack of game management skills and all that. We are not coaches, but we also know that there are certain things that he should have done rightly and he had not done. So it gives us cause for pessimism. But like Cecilia has said, the gulf in class, the 2013 and the 2023 right now, is huge. So the question will be, how exactly do we, get our team to play with a proper cohesion that can get results for us? We've had crises in the goalkeeping sector. We've also had crises in the midfield.
Who told you have crisis in the goalkeeping sector?
Ken.
Ro said there is nobody better. Ro just said that 2 days ago that there's no the best player we are having. Not Pesero, Ro. I'm not what I'm saying. The former coach. Yeah. He said nobody.
When did you start respecting Ro's
So if Ro,
when did you start respecting Ro's vote?
No. If Ro,
the kind of form Uzoho was in when Ro was the coach is different.
Was in
how many what I'm trying to say is it was regular for his team. At least he was keeping.
Which team was
Omonia?
Which team? The truth is that comes to the point. I am not among those who are saying you must take somebody from the league. You understand? I'm not among them. I believe the best Nigerian players anywhere in the world at any point. If the best players are in the league, you take them. You cannot blacklist one league, and also you cannot say you must take from the league. That is my own. You cannot just shut your mouth and say I'm not taking anybody from the league. It's not good. No, and you can't say you must take from this one the league. Yeah. You give the manager the responsibility. You give the authority to do what he wants. Then, like I said, Uzoho, even from when he was in Spain, was not from his team to the lower league. Yeah. And at the lower league, he was chopping goals, then he moved up there.
There was a particular game he considered like 5.
Yeah, of course.
And there was an opera, but he didn't react to it. Now he has said, if he easy, run and make Oyinbo sign you. So we don't say him.
So the thing is, but like you said, a coach, most coaches are stubborn, not just Pesero.
Okay, when Germany defeated Brazil 7-1, right? Yeah. Right there in their home country. Germany, 7-1. Who was the goalkeeper that considered all the goals?
No, that is one. That is a one-off.
That was exactly. That was a
you can beat a goalkeeper.
That is a one-off.
That's abnormal. I remember when to concede 5 goals in a game. If you're consistent,
there were games whereby Ike Casillas coming up against Barcelona every time with your Clasico, you knew you were always going to ship in goals. But that didn't change the fact that he's
number one. Or let's look at Onana, who takes in 3, almost like. Okay.
Onana is an anomaly.
If Onana is keeping in Greece or in Cyprus or in for goodness sake,
Ken, but
I want to chop.
Quick question: if Onana was Nigeria,
what
would you see right now? Well, what do you think we will say?
That's
as a people?
Yes, if Onana was a Nigerian, understand one thing in this place. Onana is Manchester United #1 goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not. Now, because of course, when you look at it, at a point there was a time when everybody singing Onana.
Yes.
Then he came to.
Yeah.
He came to just like Maguire. He came to Maguire. Maguire was even picked as the player of the month in all the players that played in the league.
Yeah.
So he came to. Are you getting me? So if a Nigerian player has reason to be the #1 player in goalkeeper
anywhere
in Arsenal,
in the top leagues,
in Liverpool, in Barcelona, whatever it is.
Even if he's shipping goals.
Whether you like, see, because now.
So
no. What is her name? I think Rufai and also Chejini.
Okay.
He said they score me when they complain. Then pass striker. Pass midfielder.
You don't blame them.
Before you come meet me, for goodness sake. So you did not do all that.
But when you want to look at it critically, you cannot really fault this defense that we have at this point in time. They are not really playing badly. They have been playing games.
Oh, so let them come out for the goalkeeper.
But your midfield is very light.
But the midfield is very, very light.
Just
now we don't have an
six
NDD. Even when we had NDD, it was a problem because we didn't have that creativity. Yeah. We didn't have that cohesion in midfield. We didn't have that proper transitioning from defense.
Can Moses Simon hold on to the ball? Can Iwobi hold on to the ball? You see, that is where the tactician comes in.
Exactly.
You understand? Iwobi can. What is the job of a midfielder? Takes the ball and distributes.
Exactly.
So, for goodness sake, are you saying Iwobi has not been doing that in Fulham? Have you not been seeing him doing it?
But in Nigeria,
he's been doing that.
That is where that's what you
coaching.
Yeah, that is the coaching. That is the synergy. That is the understanding that we need. That we're talking about here.
Exactly.
See, like I said, when Greece won 2004 European Championship, who was the superstar in Greece? That Germany was there. All the big teams were there, and they won.
They won. It was about the team effort.
It's about the team. It's about that unbreakability that you have. That is the thing.
Okay, Mr. Ken, in conclusion now, we don't have a team. We just have stars.
I wouldn't even say
we have stars. How many stars do we have, really?
We have like 5.
We have like 5.
And when you have a squad that has 5, and some teams don't even have 1.
How many teams in Africa?
How many teams in Africa have also 5? We had as much as 5.
How many teams in Africa do we have?
Remember, we had rookies, but we had as much as 5. Mikel, the likes of Mikel, Victor Moses, Enyamadi were stars already.
Victor Moses was a superstar.
Was a superstar.
Mikel was a superstar. Mikel was undroppable. You understand? 2012, Chelsea has just won.
I think what she's saying is that as opposed to the Ivorian team that we played in 2013, our players, yes, we have stars, but you would not compare. We are meeting the
Ivorians in the group stage.
Outside Mikel and Enyama and Victor Moses that you mentioned,
our problem should be how to beat Guinea-Bissau.
No, I know you have stars. No, confirm who were there. Victor Moses, Mikel and Enyama. That's what I'm saying. 3. Which other ones?
Okay, because we had the likes of Sunday Mba,
Moses, Yobo, Enyama, Omeruo, when they took that came up, that grew up into the team. They are superstars. Once a star has shined, they become super. They became champions. But the thing is, it is that oneness in the team that you need. It's that understanding.
Exactly.
It's a coach with a clear strategy. Also, this is how we want to map out each game. You look at the players. So, do we have that on the bench? We pray we do have. And also, if he gets his tactics and tell that we're able to translate what he's saying here.
Exactly.
The thing is, if we can keep a clean sheet, I'll get our first Guinea. Before we play Côte d'Ivoire, the Ivorians are playing at home. The last time the Ivorians hosted, they did not even come out from the group. Nigeria took rookies to that tournament, and we played to the final. The Hilebus of this world, the Patrick Okalas of this world. You understand? You understand? The young Stephen Keshi. That was, we took rookies. They took rookies to that world.
And now you are going with superstars.
No.
I don't know where you get this idea of superstars. How many of them are superstars?
And then you now brought in a coach who is not a super coach. So you have a superstar, you don't have a super coach. How do you have the synergy?
I think everything she's saying,
that's my point. Really, you need to have a team.
Ultimately, I want to use Argentina as a perfect example. At the start of the World Cup campaign in 2022 in Qatar, Messi and Lautaro Martinez led the line. But immediately after that game, the manager knew well to drop Lautaro Martinez and put in a certain Manchester City player, Julian Alvarez. Julian Alvarez are relatively unknown.
He's a baby.
But what I'm driving at is that he was able to go to his bench and get players that could actually changed the game.
Changed the
For him.
game,
It even happened in the final against Argentina, France. Discovered that the players that they started the game with, a couple of them, Olivier Giroud and Antoine Griezmann, who are in terms superstars,
super,
couldn't really get the
S.
job done. At halftime, Didier Deschamps went to the bench and he almost went on to win that World Cup. So at the end of the day, I think everything rests and falls on the shoulders of leadership. Our manager, our coach, let's just see what happens. I don't think.
Anyway,
thank you. Because if you
I want to be disappointed.
Yeah,
Okay,
if you watch Lesotho game, right?
We watch
Lesotho game, right?
Yes.
We saw what happened.
Yes.
I feel there are games you watch him, you know, he takes charge of, and you expect that there is no way we will not win this game, especially after first half. What do you tell your players when they go into the dressing room?
So, Cecilia, what you are saying basically,
are
you now talking about the paucity of talent in the team?
We have
which
so much.
But or the coach himself not giving enough to the team?
My point, the point I'm trying to make is, you've got the players that can win Afcon. There is no doubt about that.
Okay.
We have it. But the point I'm trying to make is, you have a coach, when he's losing games, he doesn't know what to do to turn it around.
Okay.
Have you checked his statistics?
I agree with you.
Have you checked it?
How many games
have we played? 15. How many did you win? 6.
She just mentioned Lesotho. Okay.
When you see situations like that, and you know you were not in the last World Cup.
There are 54 countries in Africa, actually. 54. Africa has 52 countries, and they are all right there.
At least we are participating.
FIFA says Africa. I mean, CAF is one of the, the largest, if not the largest, confederation that you have in FIFA. Out of those 54 countries that you have, 44 countries have so far qualified for the Afcon. 44 out of the 54. There are 10 countries that has never qualified for the Afcon. 10. One of them is Lesotho. And
we have to go there.
So when she mentioned Lesotho, it just clicked. I said, look, this country has never. Can we have the list, if it is possible? Can we have the list of countries? There are 10 of them.
I'm happy for Madagascar,
there are 10 of them
that
has never been to the World, that have never been to the Afcon out of the 54. While we are waiting for that, also there are 15 countries have won. 15 countries have so far won the Afcon. Understand? Only 15 has won it. Egypt has 7.
7, of course.
7.
Cameroon has 5. Ghana has 4.
Ghana is waiting for Nigeria to win the first one because
the Ivorians have 2. You understand? Remember that you marshal that thing, when they won it in Senegal, it was so sweet. I loved them that then. But right now, I don't love any other team. The only thing I love now is the Super Eagles. So those are the facts. 15. Nigeria is the only country that has been to the quarterfinals 15 times. That is funny, isn't it? We've been to the quarter. Even Egypt, the Egypt I'm talking about, has only been to the quarterfinals 13 times. Ghana has lost only once in the finals. We have lost 4 finals. Out of that 15 times, 8 times.
Yeah, semi.
We came home with bronze.
Golden bronze. Golden bronze.
In order to make it to beautify it, you have to glorify it. We talked about the golden bronze. It is not a golden bronze. A bronze is a bronze. 8 bronze medals. That is only 7 times we have progressed to the finals. Out of that 7, we have won 3 and we lost 4. We lost 1 to Algeria in 1990. But it's so painful that Cameroon has 5. Cameroon has won this tournament 5 times. And 3 of those times
against Nigeria.
84 in Côte d'Ivoire.
The Aya 2 days.
88 and to rub insults into all the court in our body came to Lagos and collected it in 2000. Everybody keep on talking about Victor. Just about Victor anyway. Victor Ikpeba. That when he did that. But today we have 2 victors. This time around we're going 2 victors. Because then we went with 1 victor. So it wasn't 8.
So we have to be victorious.
So now we have 2 victors that will be taking us there. So we'll be giving you the facts about this. Like we said, 15 countries have won. 15 countries have won it. 15 countries have hosted it. I'm telling you this. And then these are the bets. When we come to the number of players that are in this Afcon, 629 of them, 56 are coming from the French league. No. Don't whatever. 56 are coming from the French league. Theo, how many are coming from MPFL?
Just one.
Only one. You know, FIFA has started.
And that one may not even.
No, that not
be
me.
on the
That
floor.
one will not.
Okay.
No, I don't rule out anything.
Unless barring injury.
Barring injuries.
Barring injury.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to remember this goalkeeper in Ireland,
Okay.
Pat Jennings.
Okay.
Pat Jennings was the number one goalkeeper for Ireland for 22 years.
Wow.
So all the reserve goalkeepers.
22 years. No, maybe they were used during friendlies. You know,
he was the number one goalkeeper
yes,
for 22
both in minor friendlies.
Everything he was the number one goalkeeper.
Yeah.
So all the
Even
reserve
in
goalkeepers
days,
when they were coming and going.
So there's nothing like minor games, small games.
Like
Are you in the national team to
warm-up
play?
games?
Are you in the national team to keep in the warm-up games? to keep in training. So sometimes you have these things, and so it just go on there. So we'll try to put it on these facts, and those are the things that we'll be looking at. But let's just take a detour from football. Let's come back there. Ngannou, Francis Ngannou.
Another physical fight.
Yeah.
I'm not one that is so much interested in all these crossover bouts because I feel that the sport of boxing, it's making it lose its the touch of nature, where they are fighting sanctioned fight and all that. It's good for the money. It's good for.
That's what I wanted to ask you.
No, I'm going there.
We want to go on a very short break. When we come back, we shall open the lines. It is the channel sport on Sunday. Higher, crispy, faster. Stay with us. All right, you're welcome back. It is a channel sport on Sunday. The lines will be open. Do you think the Super Eagles can win it right there? Can we do it again? We did it in 1980, led by Christian Chairman Chukwu. They did it there. We did it in 1994. The man who was captain on that day was Austin Eguavoen, but the big boss himself, Stephen Okechukwu Keshi, took us there. And then in 2013 in South Africa, the first ODI that came back from 2012, and that was it. So right now, we are returning to Côte d'Ivoire. That was where Keshi started. That was where, the young Onigbede took the young talks to go over there. And then we were beaten 3-1 by Cameroon in the finals. That thing, we are back there in Côte d'Ivoire. Okpe is in the house. Like I said, the lines will be open. But when you call, please, make it short. We don't have the time anymore. It's going to be how it's going to be. Okpe, can we do it again?
Yeah, compliment of the season, Ken. And luckily for us, Côte d'Ivoire has been our incubator, football incubator. Keshi was in Côte d'Ivoire, Yekini was in Côte d'Ivoire.
Yeah.
Then the big guys, Ungosu, all of them were in Côte d'Ivoire. So Côte d'Ivoire was like the next step for Nigerian football. So I heard when you guys were talking about the 84 experience, it was a bittersweet experience. We went there with a team of hustling young guys who were majorly from the under-21 set, and they went there. They were unbeaten all through their group stage. They had a couple of draws. They took out the Egyptians, and in the finals, the Cameroonians were just too strong. From the 82 World Cup, and we saw in fact, the Cameroonians played 3 finals, 82. They played 84, 86, and 88. So it was a very strong Cameroonian side. So I think we should have a very...
Roger Miller was in that team.
They were there.
Abega was in that team.
They were up there.
Oh, my God.
You had Anthony
Was
Bell.
Kunde in that team?
Kunde was in 86.
86.
You had Bell, who was always winning the
Anton Bell, of course.
Yes,
he even scored a penalty.
But Nkono who always miss the Nations Cup for the World Cup.
Just like he can.
Yeah, but I think for us, the Super Eagles, I'm looking at more at Morocco 2025. There's where we'll see this team.
Okay. After changing the coach.
If it were the ladies, the ladies, you will have so much confidence in them. But why?
But when it comes to the men,
okay.
Can I say something?
No, don't say
Can I say something? Okay, all right.
Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. We are still on this, like I said. But then I'm still with you. Oscar Pistorius have just been released.
Yeah.
After spending 9 years, for the mother of River Steenkamp. You understand? But they're saying it's going. His jail term is supposed to be 2029.
Yeah.
But it's okay. Come out, be on parole, stay in your uncle's house. They say that the place is like almost second level, swimming pool, everything is there. Your take?
Yeah, I think they feel that, usually when the parole is being granted, they just look at the prisoners, behavior, his character, his conduct all through the time. And that's the reason that was granted. Of course, I know Rivers Stinkam's family obviously are not happy because even when the sentence was given, they even said it wasn't, it was so lenient. But he was able to prove that it wasn't intentional. It wasn't intentional homicide. I mean, that's what it is. That's why I wasn't given a life sentence or whatever. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's more like he will still be in prison because he can't go to party, he can't go out. He will be in the house here all through the duration of the remaining sentences, and he can't take alcohol or anything, no party, no nothing. So he's just there. So he's being monitored.
So the difference inside where he's going to see whether he takes to know whether
they usually have that electronic tag that.
So if he takes alcohol, the thing,
whatever, obviously.
I would like to know.
They can come for testing.
They can come maybe anytime. They can come to the house.
All these drug tests.
Yeah, out of competition test. Out of prison test. So we just be like, it will be a regular thing. I think that's what they intend to do to him. But I still feel that there's no difference between him still being in prison and him being out there. So it's like the difference is he's not behind cell, but he's not behind the bar, but he's at home. He's locked up at home. And he will have access to different amenities and everything.
Yeah.
Did they say he can't get married?
I think that is not part of. But how would they?
It's not some form of censorship. But I don't think it extends to that. The only thing I feel is he will not be able to give his own account, right now till 2029.
Yeah, he can't speak to anybody. He can't do anything.
He wants to talk to the press.
So if he's going to get married,
so that means. Story out of it.
Yeah, sir. Who is that? Whatever it is, especially when you are with somebody or somebody that has access to your place. I mean, so why
he has done the crime, he has served the time.
Yeah, he has not served the time. The time
is not.
I think because of the country that he's from, if he were to be other countries, I think it would have been life sentence.
Are you trying to domesticate the conversation?
No, I'm just
because
you were talking about he hasn't served the term, but you see the time and everything. But in South Africa, that's what it is. So
no, I said he has done the crime, he has served the time.
Okay, I thought he was. Okay,
no, it was
Ken that say he hasn't. Okay, when he said he hasn't.
No, he's not serving 2029. When I'm saying that he has not served the time. I mean, the thing continues in 2029.
Because there are still conditions,
No, the only thing is that they have just changed location. It is still the same.
Why were you asking whether he could get married?
No, he couldn't get married in the police. He's going to have the same, even within the place, because it's a very, from where I read it, the way he's staying, the uncle is very big. He has his own area that he's living. Not even in the same house with his wife. You should understand. He has, so, I mean, the guy, the only thing that he can go out, he can play golf, he can do anything within that
compound. But he won't come out.
Whatever he wants to eat, order for anything, whatever it is. Yeah, he made a lot of money. Now when he was running there,
but you know one thing about people, when you don't have that censorship that is in it, when you can't communicate with people, you can't miss up, you can't go out and everything. It's just like the restriction itself will send him into depression. That's the thing. It might even send him into depression because
they told him he will continue anger management. He will continue
community service for himself with himself. In terms of livelihood, I'm not talking about.
At the end of the day,
he can work for his uncle. His uncle is rich, he has whatever. He can go and do manual job. They said all those things. He can do all those things. He can work from home if his computer. You understand that there's a lot of work at home job that he can do, so he can earn. That time he wouldn't in prison.
Okay.
So and since his uncle is wealthy, he can just employ him and then be maybe administration, whatever it is, doing something, maybe bookkeeping or whatever. I'm making this money.
So
basically, let's hope he's rehabilitated.
Yeah, it's not
nothing like freedom. Thank you. Because he's still not free.
You don't never trade your freedom for anything.
He's not absolutely free.
He's not free. Not absolutely. He's not free.
Is dead. We're talking about freedom now. This guy does not have a second opportunity. You understand? He's 37.
Yeah.
He's 37. So, I mean, from now to 2029, this is 2024, 5 years, he'll be 42. In fact, 42, he has the freedom to do whatever he wants to do. She understands. So, he still have whatever, and you have from that to 42
I think the crux of the matter is Stinkamp is dead.
That is the thing, because Stinkamp does not have the same opportunity that the River doesn't have it. And then that one has a promising career, a model and whatever it is, and a lawyer. So that is just the thing. All right, that is the thing. She has told us.
We wish him well.
We wish him well. Okay. And let's during the week also, sometimes from transitions, I looked at that. We lost Sabara. Sebastian Broder Imoswe. You know, yes, Imoswe. Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, Imoswe. That is Sabara himself. That is him. We'll talk about in 1985 when the Côte Championship. You know, where Nduka Badi, Fataya Tere, you know, Jonathan Akboburi, a lot of them. Victor Ikbeba. No, Victor Igbinoba that scored a second goal. Beautiful television goal.
Agbos Seba,
that's the goalkeeper. You understand? Akim Barry. There is also Akim Barry. Yeah. You understand? And those boys took Nigeria, took the world by. So like I said, they left Nigeria. They played Togo in the friendly. Nobody knew when they left Nigeria, and before they went over there, they became. In fact, they were Christians after they won it. I like Nigeria. The name they gave them was the World Golden Eagles. Oh, it was too long. Actually, that is their name. Their name is not Golden Eagles. Their name is the World Golden Eagles. After they made victorious, it was under 16, not under 17.
I didn't sang for them, right?
Ebenezer Obi.
Okay, Ebenezer Obi.
Exactly. You understand? Yeah. And so this is Sabara. I came in, they took the kids, and then, you know, the rest we say is history. I built that foundation where, you know, Nigeria, you know, put our name in the map. We lost him during the week. We're celebrating him here and said, look, for what he's done. No. You know, he was assisted by the great Christian Chukwu. Christian Chukwu just turned 73.
Bala
Shamaki. You know,
and he also was a player, notably.
Yes,
so, yeah.
Of course. I was discussing with Kelvin Itemike, the son of God Itemike, you know, who was, and then he was giving me a background stories of Sabara and a lot of the family.
He played at the Olympics.
Yes, I tell you, he was a great footballer, a great manager.
1970.
Yes,
and scored a beautiful
Also in 1972 against Mighty Jets.
You know, and I love this smile. I love this man. I know he's smiling in heaven, you know, watching us there.
I can never forget him with this trademark whistle.
Yeah, that
is. Then, and this stopwatch.
Yes.
The coaches then, they always
angle. You know, they started from PE. You understand those PE teachers? Exactly. That's what they were having. So this Sabara, may the Lord bless his soul. Also, during the week also, another great one, this time from Brazil. In 1958, Zagalo. He was part of the team that won the World Cup. In 1962, they defended the World Cup. How many countries have defended the World Cup? Only Italy and Brazil. That's the last time a country defended the World Cup since 1962.
The others, they crashed out at the group stage.
Nobody has ever done that. So that is the great Mario Zagalo. In 1970, he returned as the manager of the team, built the greatest team. The people have said that's the greatest they have ever played football when they went to Mexico to beat Italy in the finals. You know, that team also have his teammate Pelé. In 1994, he came back as assistant to Carlos Alberto Pereira. You understand? And they won, and in 98 also he took them there, but you know, they went to the finals and came short. This is Mario Zagalo, the only man to win the World Cup, the first man to win it, because there are now 3 of them, the first man to win it as a player and as a manager. We also have the champ, and also the great Beckenbauer, the Kaiser. So this is gentlemen, what you have to say, Mario.
One funny thing about him, he was asked how he felt playing with Pelé. He looked at the reporter and said, "No, Pelé played with him."
Yeah, not him playing with Pelé. Of course, he was a senior.
I think one thing we should take out from the life of Zagalo was an accidental coach managing the 1970 team, because they had a coach who was a journalist.
Yes.
But of course, he had challenges with the military dictatorship.
And his father didn't want him to play football, so he became an accountant.
So he had to take over that team after they played their 6 qualifiers. The 70 team. He was not the original coach, so he took over that team. And so when people say we don't sack a team in the midst of a tournament, I think Zagalo devised that logic. So he did well with that team. Again, he also qualified UAE for the 1990 World Cup.
Yes.
Then we should understand this telepathic understanding between Zagalo and Pereira, because after he left that team, Carlos took that job.
Yes, Carlos.
I think also Scolari to an extent.
Maybe because they played together.
It was a technical ambassador.
Yes, that is the technical advisor. Not be the kind of technical advisor we have. That is an advisor. Yeah, we named the manager as a technical advisor, and it became in Nigeria our nomenclature. But then he was, when you are a technical advisor, you advise on technical issues. But when you are a technical advisor in Nigeria, you are the big boss.
And we also not forget him in our golden moment in '96. He was the coach of the Brazilian team. People look at the World Cup in 1997.
He took Brazil to Bolivia. You know, the Copa America. And you know the altitude. The altitude there, you can't breathe. Exactly. You understand? And you know, when eventually they believed they couldn't survive, and Brazil was able to get to the final. And when Brazil won, he looked into the camera. He said, "You have to deal with me. I'm going. You have to deal with me." And then that became, you know, what Brazilians. This anywhere you the Brazilian, when it is too much, they tell you have to deal with us. We are Brazilians. I mean, that is the man. You know, 92 good years, and I tell you this, 1958, they never bought anybody for this set.
Brazil has won 5 World Cups. 5. Yes. He won 4.
He won 4. It was only
and the beauty is this, you know, they lost their first World Cup qualifier against Bolivia in '93. And they lost their first World Cup home match just in November, and they sacked the coach a day before Zagalo died. So I think he built that legacy, just like we had our unbeaten home stretch run from 1982 till we started losing to all manner of teams here in Lagos. So
losing to Lesotho.
So he had a legacy. He had a legacy.
Where is that list? Where is that list of the teams that have not qualified for the Afcon? The 10 of them. Like can we have that list? Can we have that list, please? So you guys can have them.
Eswatini.
Here they go.
Central African Republic,
Chad,
Djibouti, Eritrea, Eswatini, Lesotho, Sao Tome and Principe, Seychelles, Somalia, and South Sudan.
Some of this, but I'm surprised that Somalia has not qualified for the, you know. They don't play football. They don't basketball at the play.
There has been so much of internal strife.
South Sudan, I can understand, it's a new nation. Eritrea is small, Djibouti,
Now, if you take a look at
this Central African Republic, it's not a small country.
They have been there for a long time, but they have been very unfortunate.
If you check these countries, Central African Republic that you mentioned, take Somalia and South Sudan, there's something, Eritrea, there's something synonymous with them, war. So, international strife and everything. So many. I'm
happy for Burundi, Mauritania, and Madagascar. They just recently joined. They have not also.
And Comoros.
And
Comoros making their debut. The last nation.
You think that it is not easier to qualify? We have 54 countries in Africa,
and there are
24 we go. So almost half of the. I mean, and they would not. What I'm not done that, like just say 8 countries should not be fighting. Just count them: Egypt, Nigeria, Cameroon, Ghana. Put them one place. So the rest people play the team and qualify.
So you have more countries.
So that you have.
When we used to have the 8 teams, we still had Tanzania play their first Nations Cup in Lagos, and we had Kenya.
That was 1980.
Kenya also were qualifying. So I don't think expanding the Nations Cup makes it easier for people to qualify, because even at 8 Nations Cup, countries still qualifying.
No, expanding.
You have more countries.
Expanding will allow more countries to qualify now. Will allow more countries to qualify, so to make it easier. When one country was representing Africa at the World Cup, do you know what it was like? Do you know what Nigeria, Tunisia, and Egypt, where we were, struggling? You will qualify. Then the last 3, you have to play yourself to bring one team, one qualifier. The moment they made it 3, did you not qualify? We qualified now. You understand? It was terrible that time.
It's going to 9.
But for me, I think the 24 is a little bit much.
Yeah, I think we need
with the way FIFA
it's too much.
and CAF are going.
I don't think.
Maybe we are going 40-something.
I don't think it's I think it allows for inclusion. I think it allows for inclusion.
Quantity at the expense of quality.
I don't think
you still see the quality. You know, people were having that thought at the Women's World Cup in Australia.
We saw the quality.
And we saw the beauty.
The quality of the game.
So I think countries have started investing in football. That's what people don't understand. They started investing. When countries like Botswana, Comoros we mentioned, how did they come into the party? What they do is they put in money. They discover that, this thing is bringing in money. Because FIFA is pumping in money, they need to put in money for development. And then once they start doing that...
What have we done with our FIFA money?
We are talking about Nigeria is a footballing nation already. We are talking about
we are on a steady decline.
We are not talking about Nigeria right now. We are talking about countries that have not had the opportunity to qualify for the World Cup. What are the things we need to do for them to qualify for the World Cup? And what do? They are trying to develop the game from that particular level. That's my point. Nigeria already, I mean, we're there. I mean, we're a footballing nation. So
we're a footballing nation.
Yeah, so
we'll
qualify for every World Cup.
Anyway,
my name is not Guso or Pinnick or what's the other one, the former one. I mean, come on, I'm not a member of Nigeria. I'm not NFF. So you can pause the question. Maybe you need to bring Guso into the show.
Definitely. Definitely.
People need to know some questions. I mean, we have the FIFA Go project, remember? And then they're trying to actually build. Okay, I think I can answer some of the questions. First of all, we have the FIFA Go project in Abuja. And also,
how about the one at is it
Billy
Kirby. Oh, that's another one. And also, they try right now. We're trying to build
the one that they want to take to an island.
Okay, right now we're trying to build right now. The money that is coming in right now is what they're going to use to build, accommodation for the Super Eagles, for all the national team where all the teams can actually stay. Not only that, you don't have to pay hotel bills and everything. So that's also they want to do. Yes,
we need all this we have the high performance center in Port Harcourt. But you see, Nigeria, we are blessed. When it comes to how do I say it, the weather, the temperature and other things. You understand? You can acclimatize in Nigeria. If you want if you want to play in a hot region, you can go in Jos. You can build a center in Jos.
What about the Estacos?
No, what I'm trying to say, instead of exactly, because you see,
I think
that can generate.
I think
Dr. Mikey Babuchi did a study. Yeah. He did a study on it. You understand? Afuze is there. You can go to Mambila Plateau and put in a camp there. I'm talking about temperate. You understand? We have the temperate region. We have the hot region. We have so
I even take them to Jos.
That's what I'm saying. Between Jos, I was in Jos once, and I knew what I went through. I was in Kano, and at a point when you fetch water in your bedroom, and I went there to go and pick something from the room. When I came back, when I poured the water on me, I knew what happened.
Jumped up twice.
No, I almost froze. So I mean, we can take advantage of these things. It's a question of not taking investment.
Where do we start from now? Where do we start from? What happens?
You know, Ogbemudia was a visionary leader.
Exactly.
I won't say more than that. Samuel Ogbemudia was a visionary leader.
Exactly.
100%.
Maybe if we solve the issues of insecurity.
We're about
2024. We can only hope our administrators do the right things, and also the sports persons that will be representing us all through 2024. They make us proud. Let them not do anything criminal. Let them not do anything underhand, and we will be happy to do that.
Yeah, I think 2024 is simply a year of no grief or complacency.
No grief.
No grief for anybody.
No grief for anybody. Okay, I was trying to talk about security. That when we talk about our players, maybe teams not camping right here in Nigeria, you look at the level of insecurity in Nigeria, for instance. You can't do that. You look at infrastructure, you really can't do that. So when teams travel out of the country, to camp somewhere, it's because we don't have what it takes. So when we have it, I'm sure they will start staying at home.
We should internalize it.
Let's start with Rafael Nadal. I mean, on 2025, I just wish Rafael Nadal a healthy season because right now he has pulled out of the Australian Open. Djokovic can win 24. Now, right now, he has pulled out of the Australian Open because of injury. So he's not playing the Australian Open.
All right. The Aussie Open, like we said, starts in 7 days. But by the time we come back here on Sunday, it will be the Super Eagles kicking off the Afcon. Football didn't go home in 96. It is coming home. 7 days Australian Open, I tell you this. But then, I'm Ken Ochonogo. God bless Nigeria.